May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Take your seat. Surushti Deshmukh.
Yes, sir.
Tell us something about you.
Sir, my full name is Surushti Deshmukh and I come from Bhopal. I am an enthusiastic and determined girl. I have done my graduation in chemical engineering from Lakshmi Narayan College of Technology. And I recently completed my diploma in Women's Empowerment and Development from the Indira Gandhi National Open University.
Okay. Why it is Surushti? We have heard of Surushti, but this is a very unique name, Surushti.
So in Marathi, the word Ri is pronounced as Ru. So that is why the pronunciation goes Surushti. So hereby the spelling, sir.
So you are basically an engineer. You have completed your engineering and thereafter you have developed interest in civil services.
Yes, sir.
What has inspired you to join civil services?
Sir, I believe that it is a job as dynamic as being a civil servant that will utilize all my capacities and capabilities. And it will be a journey to a life of large-mindedness where I will be able to care about other people's lives, their dreams, their passions, apart from my own.
Services is per se very corrupt. And it is divided on so many criteria, on caste lines, on some other considerations. And they have their own political affiliations also. It has not remained a steel frame which it used to be. So what is your take on this?
So in a country as large as India and in a system, the bureaucratic system that we have developed for ourselves, there are bound to be challenges. Some, as you mentioned, of corruptness and otherwise irregularities or division on the basis of caste or otherwise. But I believe, sir, this should not deter the young aspirants who are believing to go into the system and try and be as close to being the good civil servant and practicing values.
Your sister, you are very young. Don't you think that you are still too young to join civil services? You should gain some experience, try to know the country in a better way before joining the civil services and acquire more knowledge, so to say.
Sir, the very fact that UPSC allows us to sit for the examination at 21 years, I believe, is good enough a reason to try and sit for the exam. And I have worked on my front, studied what all I can to excel in this.
Surushti, tell me, why is India keen on building libraries in Afghanistan when there are more serious issues?
So at this point in time, India has not committed itself to direct defense intervention. So we are working on the social sector front, where we can empower or support the education sector of Afghanistan, and libraries are a step in that direction. So.
Okay. Are you aware that India has actually built any library in Afghanistan?
So I'm aware of a library as well as the parliament building that we have built for Afghanistan.
Why is India not keen to talk with Taliban directly, though it is participating in non-official talks?
Sir, I'll read on that.
Okay. President Trump is following an America First policy. What implications does it have for India?
So India has good trade relations with America. We have a trade surplus with America. So in that case, if America First policy is adopted, then it can have an adverse impact on the Indian exports. And secondly, with regard to the visa, sir, as well as the service exports, even our IT professionals can suffer a setback if this America First policy is implemented.
Okay. What do you know about this VAPM? What is VAPM?
So VAPM is the State Professional Board for Professional Examinations.
Why has it been in news?
So it has been in news, unfortunately, for the very wrong reasons, that there were reports of irregularities, and in the case of examination, there were irregularities that the proper candidate who should be there in the examination hall was not there, and somebody else was substituting for it.
Okay, this reservation of women in Parliament, that bill has been pending for a long time. And there has also been demand from certain quarters that there should be quota within quota. What is your view?
So, looking at the present state of reservation and how it has panned out, A lot of factors show that the real people who need or require the reservation are not getting it. So a quota within a quota where we can reach, for example in the women, we can reach the poorest of the poor women and the women who belong to the very lower castes, that could be a greater benefit.
So you support the
February, okay.
Yes, sir.
The performance has been excellent.
Thank you, sir.
So plus point is that you are a very young girl, and UPSC or civil services, they really look forward to inducting such people. Catch them young theory you must have heard.
Yes, sir.
So you can be molded to the working of nitty-gritties of government working, and if you get inducted now, you could go to the rank of cabinet secretary also. The age is on your side, freshness is on your side. You are young, fresh, and a very pleasing personality. So honesty of purpose is there, patience is there in you. You have handled situational questions also very well, because board may like to put you under stress and try to see your reaction to those stress situations.
Yes, sir.